14 years ago, the NRA came up with programs called Women on Target. They realized that there was, and I think it's in your books here, there was a stat on how many women were actually wanting to shoot. But there was an intimidation factor of going into class with guys, or going out with your boyfriends or husbands, or Mr. Know-it-all kind of guy, and they wanted to start a program that was just women only to make it feel more comfortable where you're in your own environment. Now, the program was so successful that we had something called the next spring. We haven't been able to stop the program. We can't stop it if we wanted to. We didn't even advertise. And you see the response we got.
The revolver is one of the earliest modern weapons that we came around. Cowboy guns, the old cowboys movies and stuff. I'll tell you that they're all messed up, and it's not really true the way Clint Eastwood shot everybody, and he always carried lots of bullets and all that stuff. But yeah, it's just. But the first modern weapon began with revolvers. We figured out we could make a gun that would shoot multiple times, and so this is it. It's still one of the best guns to be used. Over the years, a lot of ladies have come. They're like, well, my husband, my boyfriend, and he sent me with this gun. This is the gun he said I need. And by the end of the class, they're like, I don't really like that gun.
Alright, now, on this part of class, what happens is there are so many varieties and flavors and calibers and semi-automatics, and they're so much more complicated than revolvers. What happens is normally I would let my instructors come out into the class as you have questions and stuff, they raise their hand. But as I start getting my 7 instructors out here with my class, my portion of the class, I'm always get really loud. So what we're going to do during this class, I want you to raise your hand and we're going to take the questions because there's so many different varieties and things like this. And we're going to get what the gaps are. We're going to explain that. Just go ahead and raise your hand and then we'll try to keep the instructor help on the outside to a minimum. Instructors, is the line clear? The line is clear. Instructors, you may make your weapons hot and commence fire at your command.
Thank you.
Stay on.
I'm Casey Hoff, patrolman, South Bend Police Department. I think it's important because I think a lot of women are scared of guns. This day and age, crime rates going up, things like that. I think it's important to be familiar with a gun. I think once you get familiar with a gun and you shoot it and you know how it works, you're not going to be scared of it anymore. Also on the job, I see a lot of women who, have crazy exes, crazy whatever, and they have protective orders, and You know, as I like to say, a protective order is only a piece of paper. Like I said, you know, I was scared to shoot a gun. You know, I was scared of the recoil. You know, when I first started, I was scared of the boom. You know, once I got in the range, shot a few hundred rounds. Maybe not that many, but you know, you shoot some rounds, you get comfortable with the gun. You know, it's not scary anymore. You know, first I was like, you know, it's kind of weird to have a loaded gun with one in the chamber on your hip at all times, you know, but you get used to it, and it's just a way of life.
Well, my name is Ken Ryan. I'm an NRA member and a member of F.O.P 36. We come out here for our police pistol team without being paid. We're all volunteers, and we've been putting on a program called the Women on Target for about 14 years. What that was, the NRA found there was a big need for instructors to come out to help just women only in several schools. So we took on the pistol team, or a pistol teaching class, and what happened was we got a small grant for a couple of years, and when the grant ran out, we said, we'll stop it. Well, next spring we had several phone calls. It was a program that went so well we couldn't stop it, and we now have to hold 2 schools a year. The NRA still sends us some packets, some safety brochures and things like that, and no more grant. We don't get paid for it. It's all volunteers. The majority of the volunteers out here are South Bend police officers, but they're in no way affiliated with the police department. They're just in the same position that I am, is that we want to teach women or anybody else how to shoot guns correctly in a controlled environment, and then let them enjoy and find out how much fun recreational target shooting is. We put on a nice 4-hour class, usually runs maybe a little over, but we give them 2 hours of instruction in the classroom. First hour is of revolvers, the second hour is semi-automatics. A little question and answer session. Then we bring them on the range and we let each one, they fire, it comes out to about 50 rounds. We fire 10 rounds with a gun, then we send them to the back of the line and we bring them up in groups of like 10, so it goes through pretty quick. They might shoot a 22 on their first 10 rounds. Then they'll come back and they might want to shoot a 38 on their second 10 rounds. Then they'll come back in line again, they'll shoot a 9mm and maybe work their way all the way up to 45. Gives them an idea of that, what caliber they're comfortable with, the grips, the different styles of guns, the different makes and brands. It's all, we teach them how the feel, the weight, the size, the bullet caliber. We want to find a gun and a bullet that's very comfortable for them so that they can go out, purchase a weapon that's very comfortable, and come out and enjoy the recreational shooting. It's been a huge success. We're in our 14th year. I think with this batch today, we've taught over 1,100 women without a single complaint. Everybody's loved it, and that's actually what keeps us going. Well, we have a class in the spring and a class in the fall, and usually you can call the South Bend Police Department. It's the easiest way, and they'll transfer it to the voicemail. But my voicemail number is 235-5888, extension 2211. That'd be the easiest way. The classes do fill up. We didn't even advertise this. This was word of mouth, and we had the largest class that we've ever had today. We used to do it through the Tribune, and then I think Tom does go through the NRA website or something. But again, the word of mouth, going to their friends, they get back with us, we actually fill it up, and we just stop taking names and numbers, and we'd like to keep it to next year, but a lot of times we can't. So I'll just start calling in the spring, start calling about halfway through summer. The next one we're going to have is going to be in October.